Hi there, I'm Robert Osborne. If I had to pick one movie as the perfect example of a Joan Crawford film, our next movie would be it. It's Humoresque, made in 1946, and the Crawford movie which really brought all the Crawford elements together better than any other. The look, the style, the dramatics. And one reason Joan probably looks more beautiful in this movie than she ever did before or after is because it was made while she was having one of the best times of her life. She'd recently filmed Mildred Pierce, and that has put her back in the business as a real contender again. And it was while Crawford was making this movie Humoresque that she won the Oscar for Mildred Pierce on March 7th, 1946. So she was feeling very confident, very rich, and very secure. All extremely important to someone like Crawford, for whom status and success in Hollywood was, well, the ultimate goal. This movie, Humoresque, also had been made once before, but in that earlier version, the character Joan Crawford plays was secondary. And the main character that time was a long-suffering immigrant mother who had a very talented and very musical son. It was Jerry Wald, who had produced Mildred Pierce, who decided to refashion that old story so that this time the mother would be incidental, and instead they put the focus of the story on a rich patron of the arts who decides to help the musical son and in the process falls in love with him. Perfect for Joan Crawford. John Garfield plays the object of her attention. Ruth Nelson plays Mama. Oscar Levant is basically Oscar Levant. From 1946, Humoresque. Oscar Levant, who played Sid, was encouraged by producer Jerry Wald to come up with most of his own lines for this film. Because in 1946, when this movie was made, Levant was at the peak of his fame as a wit and raconteur and wisecracker. And Jerry Wald figured that nobody could write lines for Levant better than Levant himself. During the filming, it said he got along famously with John Garfield, but not so much with Joan Crawford. He found her, he said, unreal, always playing a role. In his words, she was drunk with glamour. So he'd needle her. He'd make very caustic remarks to try to loosen her up. But after he'd say something, he said, there would be icebergs on the... Synonymous with Joan Crawford. It's kind of hard to think of anybody else playing the part, especially when she smacks her daughter across the chops about halfway through the movie. But it's a part that Joan Crawford had to fight to get. She wasn't considered a box office name at the time. Her career was in limbo. And at the age of 39, she'd supposedly had her day. But Crawford fought for the part, got it, and eventually won the Oscar for it. And thereafter remained a major star for the rest of her life. And we invite you to sit back and enjoy this perfect match of star and story right now with an extra added plus, our descriptive video service. And that's a service whereby, if you want, a narrator will describe whatever action or movement is happening on the screen. All you have to do is turn on the SAP button on your TV or VCR. And that's SAP for Second Audio Program. And you can usually find it on your remote control. It's a great service, particularly for those who are visually impaired. So turn on that SAP button right now and enjoy our DVS showcase presentation of Mildred Pierce, starring Joan Crawford from 1945.
The following movie is being presented using the new descriptive video service, which allows visually impaired persons to enjoy our classic films. To take advantage of this service, you must select the SAP or Second Audio Program option, which is available on most new televisions and VCRs. Please consult your owner's manual for instructions on how to use the SAP feature on your television or VCR. For additional information on our schedule of DVS presentations, please write us at Turner Classic Movies, 1050 Techwood Drive Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia 30318, or email us at our website at tcm.turner.com.